The night is deep, the flames flicker at the mouth of the cave, and thick darkness surrounds everything. A family lies on animal hides spread over the ground. From outside comes an unfamiliar call. Somewhere nearby, behind the bushes, something is moving. Is anyone awake? Yes, someone in the group is always in a state of half-wakefulness. Eyes closed but ears open. This is no coincidence. It's the result of thousands of years of evolution. Because the very cave that shelters them is also a favorite hiding spot for lions, hyenas, and bears. Sleep here never meant complete safety. Sleep meant surviving while taking a risk. Today, when we sleep on soft beds, in air-conditioned rooms, in complete darkness behind locked doors, even a small noise from a neighboring apartment can wake us up and leave us exhausted and irritable the next day. Now imagine someone who had to sleep every night in a place where a ferocious predator could attack at any moment. Their body and mind stayed alert every second. The question is, how did they survive? Let's look one by one at the real causes behind that nightly battle. The cave was a natural shelter, but it was never guaranteed to be safe. Predators like lions, bears, and hyenas sought out the same kind of shelter. When humans occupied a cave, they had to make sure it was completely empty. Even then, the possibility of an attack at any time during the night remained. This constant fear affected the depth of their sleep. When danger looms, the brain spends more time in light sleep rather than deep sleep, so the body can wake up quickly if needed. Scientists believe prehistoric human sleep was similarly partial and vigilant, a kind of sentinel sleep pattern, where someone in the group always remained partially awake. Weather was another enemy. During the Ice Age, the cave offered slight warmth, but it was never enough. Before the discovery of fire, cold was an almost unbearable problem. After fire was discovered, the situation improved somewhat, but a new danger emerged: smoke. In an enclosed cave, accumulated smoke caused breathing difficulties and reduced sleep quality. In warmer regions, on the other hand, the humidity and heat inside caves made nights uncomfortable. Thunder, storms, heavy rain, or the rumble of landslides, every sound seemed to raise the same question: is this a sign of danger? Physical comfort was almost non-existent. They slept on bare ground, on rocks, at best on animal hides. Archaeologists have found evidence in some caves of grass or leaves being laid down, suggesting they too sought comfort. But nothing close to a modern mattress or pillow existed. Sleeping on hard ground for extended periods put strain on the body, although their bodies were accustomed to and hardened by intense physical labor. Still, bodily aches and discomfort repeatedly fragmented their sleep through the night. Mosquitoes, flies, lice, and various parasites were another constant nuisance. They were not just irritating, they also spread disease. This problem was even more severe in warm, humid regions. Smoke from fire kept some insects away, but it was never a complete solution. Parasite bites repeatedly interrupted sleep throughout the night. So how did humans survive? The answer lay in their social structure. Prehistoric humans lived in small groups, and while sleeping, they likely lay close together, possibly in a circular arrangement. This increased safety, though a crying child or someone's movement could occasionally break the sleep of others. Still, the presence of the group provided a sense of psychological security that likely aided deeper sleep. Studies of modern hunter-gatherer societies show that they don't sleep continuously through the night, but rather in fragments, and within the group, a natural rhythm emerges where someone is always partially awake. Scientists call this strategy collective vigilance, a shared security system where, instead of one person keeping watch alone, the entire group divides the responsibility. With no artificial light, darkness gradually descended after sunset, and the hormone melatonin, which aids sleep, would rise in the body. As a result, their circadian rhythm, their biological clock, was in near-perfect harmony with nature. Although a full moon, firelight, or nighttime sounds could keep them partially awake, this natural rhythm kept their bodies bound to a fixed routine. Among modern hunter-gatherer populations, it's observed that they go to sleep a few hours after sunset and wake before sunrise, as if nature itself were their alarm clock. The biggest transformation came with the discovery of fire. Fire kept predators at bay, provided warmth on cold nights, and, most importantly, strengthened social bonds. Sitting around the fire, telling stories, and spending time together provided emotional comfort that likely aided nighttime sleep. Although the accompanying smoke and light sometimes delayed the onset of sleep, fire was, on the whole, the greatest circle of safety in their lives. Mental stress was also a constant companion. Modern humans may not have faced financial worries or screen-induced distraction, but the uncertainty of foraging, hunting, attacks from rival groups, or natural disasters raised levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which reduces sleep depth. But evolution found a strategy here too. Human sleep is never completely unconscious. Even in deep sleep, the ability to wake instantly at a sudden sound has remained with humans. Some researchers believe human sleep has deliberately remained somewhat fragile because a state of total unconsciousness could have been dangerous in the wild. This very imperfection was their greatest survival tool, a kind of sleep that provided rest but never left them completely unguarded. So, was prehistoric human sleep as restless as a nightmare? Not quite. Rather, it was a balanced system. Safety and adaptation on one side, environmental challenges on the other. They likely never experienced the long, uninterrupted, deep sleep that modern humans do. Instead, fragmented, vigilant, and environment-sensitive sleep was their natural pattern. Yet their sleep was bound to nature's rhythm and free of technological disruption. Today, we have gained far more safety and comfort, soft beds, controlled temperatures, locked doors. But at the same time, artificial light, screen time, and mental stress have created an entirely new sleep crisis. Our ancestors stayed awake at night, fearing tigers and bears. We stay awake to the sound of notifications or the restlessness within our own minds. The question remains, has hundreds of thousands of years of evolution truly made our sleep safe, or have we simply changed the nature of what we fear?